Hello. First of all, I would like to thank the SoMe4Surgery organization and especially Dr. Julio Mayor to invite me to this Congress. I feel glad to be at the other side of the screen today. You can hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. My name is Marta Jiménez. I work in Barcelona and I'm a surgeon. I'm enthusiastic in social media. And today I'm going to talk about the online surgical training opportunities. You are all familiar with the classic way of learning that can be seen in the slides. Conference, courses, live surgeries, and also training on animal models. The main disadvantages of this way of learning were the limited amount of people that could attend, but also the traveling involved. Planes, accommodations mean an expense of money and time that is not easy to afford for everybody. During this pandemic, the COVID-19, the world has stopped, but surgeons have not been standing still. An information network has emerged, first to inform us how to fight COVID, and then to continue with surgical training during these months. These three international papers that you can see in the slide talk about using technology to maintain education of residents and young surgeons during the pandemic. They also suggest to continue using technology in the future. Some institutions like the American College of Surgeons or the Spanish Surgical Association have made freely available guidelines for surgical trainers. Webinars are getting popular as they provide training content in video format that is taught over the internet. The first broadcast is live, but can be recorded and reused afterwards. This content achieves a great interaction with the user in different forms. Conference, workshops, seminars. There are various platforms for this, such as Zoom, Teams, Skype, Jitsi, and Google Hangouts. COVID-19 isn't the first challenge and won't be the last we face, but what can we learn from this in terms of surgical training? As you can see on the slide, knowledge can be shared via social network as well as virtual seminars, interactive conference, and live surgeries. There are many online surgical programs and courses to obtain a master or a specialization, all without moving from home. Personally, I attended the webinar on the slide and will attend congresses that replace events that have been suspended during the pandemic. No need to travel could be cost-effective and time-saving. There's also no limited number of people attending, and it makes this training accessible to people around the world, including remote countries. E-learning tutorials and video platforms as the AIS channel, Sages, or MedTube offer a wide variety of subjects and flexibility in scheduling. You can watch a video anytime or anywhere, even right before applying it in real life. The study on the slide showing fellowship recruitment in virtual format made me think that maybe one day it will be possible to do an international fellowship without the costs of living abroad and maintaining your personal life. Smartphone application could improve surgical skills. Touch surgery is a free example. After choosing your specialization, you can start a lesson and progress through the key steps of an operation. Very similar at the apps Surgery Squad and Teach Me Surgery. Incision Web Search is an online platform that publishes multimedia and over 2,000 intraoperative videos in 7 languages. Incision Academy details the steps of given operation, provides literature evidence and anatomy relevant to the operation. And Table Anatomas is a screen that displays a virtual patient in 3D, making it possible to study and practice the human body. Because of COVID-19, surgeons are flying around the world to take part in training, which is costly in terms of time and money. Social media is a fast tool for sharing worldwide experiences and some of the latest findings. Post-COVID, there's no need to return to the offline era. The benefits of online training are worth investigating more, and future studies are needed to determine how e-learning can be used to reinforce technical skills. But for the time being, it serves as a sufficient substitute to training the way we know it. Thanks a lot, and feel free to start with the questions.
Thank you very much, Marta. It's a very nice presentation. Any questions from the floor? Education and training is a social endeavor. We cannot learn as individuals, taking learning out of context. How social media thinks that help us understand others' perspectives and how we can take advantage of that.
I think we can all get advantage of that. This is the future, the near future, and it's here for us. I think maybe in remote countries like, I don't know, maybe developing countries, Africa, that they can see how we are doing the things, and they can follow the surgeries that we make here because they have access to online, but they can't just come here, get the plane, make an accommodation. They don't have the money.
Yeah, the problem is that what we see here or in the United States, even more, it's a completely different reality from what people face in other places where they don't have the resources or they don't have the human power to do the kind of things we do here. How do we adapt ourselves to their needs and their problems in order to solve their problems, not just them learning from what we do just here, which may not translate into anything meaningful for them. That's my main concern. How to get them engaged, so we also learn what their needs are and how we use our brain power to solve their problems. Not only to let them know that we have high volume centers in X city that do whipples for a living. How do you think we can solve that problem?
I think this is interactive, so they can put their problems in the screen at the same time that we are talking to them, and this is something one person to another person. And maybe in small groups, or we can do chats with them, and they can maybe they can teach us something also, not just us.
Perfect. That is not for Marta. This is in relation with something Miguel Angel Steiner asked, and it is related to what Rocío presented. We talk about robotics, and there are places where they don't have robotics, and it's going to be impossible to have them because the cost of a Da Vinci platform is $1.2 million, and so we need to be we need to balance those themes in order to avoid creating high expectations for people who cannot access technology, and that's the risk of technology, that sometimes this is not about technology, it's about people, and we spend more time learning techniques than learning how people think and behave and what the resources are locally. So I think that SoMe4Surgery or any other global surgery initiative can be useful for that, to understand what others face on a daily basis. I think that's very meaningful, and that's what I get from your presentation, context.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marta.